While some celebrated by sleeping in, more than a dozen Spokane residents woke up on President's Day to march for change in the face of homelessness. Here with more on this is the Center Square's Washington reporter, Tim Clouser. Tim, tell us about this march.
Yeah, so one of the leaders of the Spokane Homeless Coalition actually put this together on President's Day, and again on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then definitely moving forward. But essentially, this group that includes local business owners, just advocates in general, homeless service providers, they got together at the Spokane City Hall and then marched from City Hall to the county campus, which is just around a half mile away across the river. But they started at 5 a.m. while it was still dark out. Most of the city was sleeping, including a lot of their homeless neighbors along the street. So essentially what they were doing is urging action. They want immediate coordinated action, not only from the city of Spokane, where the issue of homelessness is the most apparent, but also from the county leaders. I mean, their county campus is within the city, but they deal with the unincorporated areas. But regardless, the issue of homelessness is a regional problem for Spokane and Spokane County. So they want to see action from all fronts. Now, the city takes steps, the county takes steps, and so does the other surrounding municipalities. But there's only so much they can do by themselves. So the leaders of this march, which included Barry Barfield, which is an administrator with the Spokane Homeless Coalition, and Gavin Cooley, who was the city's CFO for around 17 years, they put this together to ask for that action.
And within this march, there were some different perspectives that were represented. Can you get into that?
Yeah, I mean, looking at the people who organized the march in general, it's really apparent. Now, Barry Barfield, the administrator with the Spokane Homeless Coalition, he did organize the march, but Cooley has been very vocal on the communication side, trying to get the word out there, trying to get more people to come. But in general, their perspectives might align, but they do differ in many ways. Now, Barry and other local service providers, they don't want to see laws and policies that criminalize homelessness or their unhoused neighbors that cause them to be cited or put in jail. They want solutions that are going to help them get into treatment and housing. Now, Gavin Cooley and the rest of the Spokane business community in general also wants the same thing, but they're less focused on, say, addressing the root cause and more focused on the impact of their businesses. Now, many businesses in Spokane have had to close up shop because of the impact of homelessness, whether it be crime surrounding their business, less people coming in due to how visible it is from people using the bathroom right outside their business, doing drugs, etc. So they would like to see the county expand or build a new jail so they have additional beds to place people that they cite. Now, it's a different stance than a lot of the service providers take, but in general, both sides just want a solution. I mean, it's been freezing every single day in Spokane since the year started in the overnight lows. The average temperature hasn't even surpassed freezing in weeks. So they want the city and county officials to take action. Whether it be citing these people, finding a shelter to put them, they want to see a coordinated front on this.
And they're asking for solutions. Are there any specific solutions that are in the works, in conversation, available?
That's the hard part, is that all these municipalities are trying to get to the root cause of homelessness on their own. And, that's a big undertaking and something that no one has solved. I mean, it's been mitigated to some degree in other cities and counties, but not completely. So they need to get together. I mean, the county amended their own code on Tuesday to align with the U.S. Supreme Court overturning Martin v. Boise last June, so that they could break up encampments without checking nearby shelter capacity. The city is adjusting some of their own codes and passing things like an alcohol impact area, so you can't buy single serve alcohol downtown, as well as certain smoking paraphernalia. Spokane Valley, which also is within the county, they've taken action on their own. So there is solutions at hand, but do they get to the root cause? That's another question, but it's something that Cooley, Barfield, and these advocates want to see the county get together all together. They talked about forming a regional authority back in 2023. That conversation carried on for a few months, but ultimately it was squashed. Now they revisited this last June, but they've still been dragging their feet, and there doesn't seem to be any timeline on when that might actually be stood up.
Well, Tim, thank you for your insights on this story. Listeners can keep up with this story and more at thecentersquare.com.